I often refer to myself as an outdoor cat. And what I mean by that isn't really that I'm outside all the time. It's less that. It's more that I just don't feel as if I am a domesticated person. I'm not alone. There are a large number of people like me who do not feel that they fit into the quiet and quaint sort of boxes that society has set out for us. So it's no wonder that a poem called The Vagabond would speak to me. Today's poem is called The Vagabond by Robert Louis Stevenson. Welcome to Strip Coverlet, where we squeeze the bigger picture out of literature. I'm Adrian Ford, and we are here for another poetry discussion, which will appear in the poetry discussion playlist here on the channel, now over 320 or 620, pardon me, videos strong. The poem in question reads as such: Give to me the life I love, let the lave go by me, give the jolly heaven above and the byway nigh me. Bed in the bush with the stars to see, bread I dip in the river, there's the life for a man like me, there's the life forever. Let the blow fall soon or late, let what will be o'er me. Give the face of earth around and the road before me. Wealth I seek not, hope nor love, nor a friend to know me. All I seek the heaven above and the road below me. Or let autumn fall on me, where afield I linger, silencing the burr on a tree, biting the blue finger. White as meal the frosty field, warm the fireside haven. Not to autumn will I yield, not even to winter. Let the blow fall soon or late, let what will be over me. Give the face of earth around and the road before me. Wealth I ask not, hope nor love, nor a friend to know me. All I ask, the heaven above and the road below me. This is a poem that I think probably communicates with many people on the same level that it on which it communicates with me. I think there is so the reason I say this, I think that there is a bit of this ethos in everyone who considers themselves a reader, a bit of rugged independence, and you find yourself here some minutes into a poetry discussion. Probably you are the readerly type. The poem is very simple. The poem is easy, even if I do trip while I read it, because I always trip up on the readings. But the poem itself is simple, and I think that that is part of the point here. Simplicity, the elegance of a streamlined experience. The elegance of a streamlined experience, which is sort of indicative of the old idea that one of the very few stories that there is in all of literature is man versus nature, right? And that is the yearning for our speaker here. But I want to talk about a couple of different ideas in relation with this that I have nabbed straight from Wikipedia. Peripateticism, the peripatetic school, ancient Greece, was a philosophical school founded in 335 BC by Aristotle and Lyceum in ancient Athens. It was an informal institution whose members conducted philosophical and scientific inquiries. After the middle of the 3rd century BC, the school fell into decline, and it was not until the Roman Empire that there was a revival. Now, that does not sound at all like the poem that we got here. Why would I talk about this? The term peripatetic is a transliteration of the ancient Greek word this and this, which means of walking or given to walking about. The peripatetic school, founded by Aristotle, was actually known simply as peripatos. Aristotle's school came to be so named because of the peripatoi, walkways, that covered or that walkways, some covered or with colonnades of the Lyceum, where the members met. The legend that the name came from Aristotle's alleged habit of walking while lecturing may have started with Hermippus of Smyrna. So, this is just the idea that this the mentioned up here, philosophical or scientific inquiries. Now, that might not sound like what's going on in this poem, but how would it not be if you were solving the problems that sort of manifest before you one by one as you are trying to live off the fat of the land? That is a type of science, of life science, is it not? And philosophy, he's saying, look, don't give me someone to love me. Do not give me wealth. Do not give me hope. I don't even want a friend. All I want is this life. That sounds like a philosophy to me. There is another term that is interesting in coordination with this, but not necessarily, again, from the initial definition of the word. A hermit, also known as an eremite. Now, eremiticism is the term that I want to introduce here. Or solitary is a person who lives in seclusion. Eremitism plays a role in a variety of religions. Really, it's here that I think is where it gets interesting as far as this poem is concerned. In Christianity, the term was originally applied to a Christian who lives the eremetic life out of religious conviction, namely the desert theology of the Old Testament, i.e., 40 years wandering the desert that was meant to bring about a change of heart. In the Christian tradition, the eremitic life is an early form of monastic living that preceded the monastic life in the cenobium. In chapter 1 of the Rule of St. Benedict, lists hermits among 4 kinds of monks. In the Roman Catholic Church, in addition to hermits who are members of religious institutes, the canon law, Canon 603, recognizes the diocesan hermits under the direction of their bishop as members of the consecrated life. The same is true with many parts of the Anglican communion, including the Episcopal Church in the United States, although in the canon of the Episcopal Church they are referred to as solitaires rather than hermits. Often, both in religious and secular literature, the term hermit is used loosely for any Christian living a secluded, prayer-focused life, and sometimes interchangeably with anchorite, anchoress, recluse, and solitary. Other religions, including Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, Sufism, and Taoism, afford examples of hermits in the form of adherents living an ascetic way of life. In the modern colloquial usage, hermit denotes anyone living apart from the rest of society or having entirely or in part withdrawn from society for any reason. Certainly, I consider myself a hermit, but I think that the idea that is striking here is that the hermits, eremeticism, goes all the way back to wandering the desert, right? So that's sort of more in line with what we see in this poem, someone who is wandering the lands, searching for nothingness, which is a type of enlightenment, is it not? The speaker here says, I am not asking you for love. I am not asking you for a friend. I am not asking you for wealth. All I want is the heavens above me and the earth to walk upon. Now it strikes me that there may be at the core of that wish something, a mechanism, a toggle, a switch, which is likely to turn at some point. Do you believe that the point of this poem is change? Or is the point of this poem, leave me alone, I'm doing all right, I don't have to talk to you? That is all I have for this poetry discussion. If you like or appreciate what it is that I do here, hitting the like button really does help me out, as it tells YouTube to share this video with other literature lovers. If you find yourself here by chance but not design, literature is the only thing that I talk about on this channel, dropping multiple videos every single week. There's poetry every Monday. And as always, I hope to have you back for the next one.